biggest cock block ever.
Here, I'll play another 5 seconds.
Play another 5 seconds.
There you go.
Is that just so that you don't have to hear my ambulance in the background?
It might have. Yeah, honestly, which one is Silver Scrapes? Is DHA playing it? Am I playing it? I can't tell.
No, I forgot that. You said it was an ambulance. Oh my god.
All right, worth noting, Faithful Fox is back in.
Clearly, Andy is the bane of Battlecast's existence.
He won them a game, and then he got double banned.
And then lost.
Then lost.
I just want to let you know that I disabled ad block for your stream because I want to support you. I mean, to be honest, like, I don't think we really care if you disable ad block or not.
No, and again, it's a copy pasta. And he's duty of not playing Silver Scrapes in a 2-2 set. I played it. I played it.
I mean, even if it wasn't a copy pasta, like, we still don't care.
Yeah, frankly, I don't get money from ads.
Yeah,
I only get money when you give it to
me. Until you're like a full-on affiliate.
All right. Warwick ban coming through. No surprise there. Hopefully we see... Maybe we don't see an Urgot. Maybe they leave the Urgot up and first pick it.
Yeah, but does Business Trooper or Doodle play Urgot?
I don't know. They might.
It'd be interesting if they first picked it.
I think that would be the ultimate evolution here, but it is just going to be the Urgot ban instead.
Mm-hmm. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
I think Battlecast is going to have to find a different mid lane pick for Business Trooper because he has not been having good success on Lysandra. DoV have had an answer for it every single time. And because he's not going for that Aftershock build, it makes it difficult for him to have any impact when he does get him behind, right? So Zoe ban, again, taking more off the board. Ari is up, so unless DoV bans that, it's probably going to be that choice for Business Trooper.
But Lysandra or Morg is open.
It's going to be another set of double support bans, so should probably be the Ari because he hasn't played Morg since like week 2, and the Lysandra just isn't working. And at this point, if you don't grab the Ari, it's going into Zog's hands most likely. So you pretty much just have to counter pick that right away. But they're going to grab the Kai'Sa instead. Okay, that's interesting.
I guess they're just probably more worried about after the support bans, probably a double ADC ban.
I mean,
instead of getting in the mid, maybe just pick King's ADC.
Here's the problem with that, though, right? DoV, Soccer does not care too much about the Kai'Sa. He'll play it, but he's perfectly fine grabbing himself a Lucian.
Yeah. And King D's Kai'Sa last time really was not that great, so it's like...
It was pretty decent.
It was decent, but they still lost, so...
No.
Or is he not lost?
That was game 3 when he played Kai'Sa.
Okay.
It was Tristana and Xayah that he's lost on.
Oh, okay.
But DoV decided to prioritize picking their tanks rather than the power picks in this set. So Nala's going to be grabbed here. That could potentially go into 3 different positions. Most likely going to be support. We'll see what Business Trooper ends up grabbing. Looks like it's going to be the Gnar.
Yeah, the Gnar again. So it seems like almost a repeat of game 2. Sion versus Gnar.
Yeah, the good news is they at least have a pretty decent character who scales heavily into shredding tanks. Kai'Sa very good at that. And she does have a pretty decent early game as well. It's weird. She's got a really strong early game, and she's the best late game AD carry. It's a mixture that shouldn't exist, but it does.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Scooter?
Into the well with ye.
What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, other than being retarded, I mean, I guess. 'Cause I have such a horrible memory.
Well, the Gragas being taken away from Bubble. Now they're going to start hitting Zog's champion pool.
I understand that there is a Gragas fan, but I mean, he really has not played Gragas at all. Like, normally, when he does have a pick open, they go for the Elise. So, I mean, now this pretty much just guarantees that he's going to pick the Elise unless they actually just aren't scared of it.
I think they tried that Elise in game 2 with the Gnar as well, and it did not work out for them. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them just forget that as an entirety and see if they can find another pick that's going to work out better for them. So they're going to take away the Alistar from Donnie.
What did I win? I don't remember if I won that last bet. I did not win. Because I'm back to what I was.
Tarek going to be the pickup here. Also a fairly decent team fighting support. That ultimate, while it takes a while to pop up, is very strong, especially considering there's no big burst damage coming out from Battlecast. So that should be pretty good. It also couples well with Zach, because Zach can jump in with a Dazzle already prepped on him. So we'll see how that goes, but potentially a Graves for Bubble Boy.
Yeah, that is another pick that, again, Donnie has played in the past. Well, it's been a while since she's brought out. That has been a pick that has been played.
Yep, but the Elise again, Bubble Boy, saying he thinks he can do this time. It didn't work out game 2, the Elise into Zach matchup, but giving it another roll. We'll see what they decide to grab here. I still think the Ari is the best bet. But it might not be. Looks like they're going to try and grab Kassadin. No, it's going to be Cassiopeia instead.
Which is another pick, too, that we have seen Trooper play, but I believe the last time we did see him play, I don't think he really did that well on it.
He does okay on it. He does a very bizarre build that he swears up and down is the best build and everyone should be going it. He goes Glacial Augment and goes those items. I don't personally like it. I think Phase Rush is very important because it has better damage and she can kite really well.
And gives her an unbelievably amount of move speed.
Yeah. But we'll have to see how well that actually works in this game.
Oh, I was actually excited. I was like, please be Nautilus top. I have not seen one of those in years.
Yeah.
I think other than last season, like I was like one of the only people that started playing Nautilus top again.
Besides like Sonic, who plays it every game.
Does he play it every game?
That is Sonic's like signature pick.
Maybe I just forgot. He's just like always probably banned against him.
He gets left up most of the time. Well, I rather like DoV's comp here. I think it's a pretty good comp. It's a good mix of damage and tankiness and team fighting potential, whereas Battlecast feels really all over the place. It's very magic damage heavy, which means Zac and Sion are going to have a hell of a time itemizing just Visage and Adaptive Helm.
Yeah, and it's also very pick reliant too, whereas DoV's is more team fight reliant.
Right.
But at the same time, while it is team fight reliant, it's going to be more also dependent on whether or not Tara can actually land his ultis. Because if he's like mistiming his ultis by anything, you might just end up getting the whole team killed.
Yeah.
Over under.
I think we just ended on who's going to win the set.
Who's going to win the set? And then in come the fan people of each player's team.
That I don't care about, because that doesn't have any role.
I know, but I'm saying what I mean by that is that like the people that are fans are only going to vote for their team.
Yeah, well, we'll get to see which team has more fans then.
Bet. UV. Oh. Come back. It is coming. I believe. Probably gonna go broke, but I still believe.
Yeah.
Also, I'm only betting all because Bliss was calling me a resident sleeper before, saying I don't go all in.
Well,
or not all in. I think was it Bliss? It was
know.
Bliss. Yeah, he was calling me a chicken.
Well, I think DoV have a pretty good shot. They've got a good comp similar to their Game 2 comp, which they steamrolled with. I think having Crow on Scion is one of the bigger points as well. Just having that persistent tank line is really solid for them.
He seems to have done really well on pretty much every time he's played it so far. So
right.
This is the long haul, though. This is game 5, so this will be at the point of where people start getting tired. People start wanting to end things, so we'll have to see which team is the team that's able to hold through till the end.
Well, DoV is no stranger to best of fives in playoffs.
I suppose that is true.
Sure, none of these people were on DoV last season, but the org still has had best of fives in playoffs before, whereas Battlecast
and us
has not.
And Rockport.
Yes, but Rockport is not currently playing, so I was not going to talk about them. When they
I
play next week, I'll bring them up.
I think about it. I think other than I want to say other than one game, I think all of our series for playoffs are all best of fives. Other than the Cerro game. I think the Cerro game was the only one that wasn't a best of five. But
your Cerro was a 5-game set, but it only counted 4 because you had to replay one of the games.
Yeah. So technically every series that we played best of fives.
Right.
Because DoV was the best of 5, Cerro was the best of 5. Who did we play before that? I don't remember.
I believe they forfeited.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. That was one of the other teams that was going to get kicked down because they were trolls, and I think they had, wasn't it Smurfs or something?
Something like that. I don't remember. I've shoved most of Season 1 out of my memory. I've shoved most of this season out of my memory. Not that I've shoved it, just I don't have the memory capacity for this anymore. I need to get a new SSD for my brain.
For all the times that Bliss has been banned. Whoa. Just kidding, Bliss. We all love you.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Pause.
Guess Trooper DC'd. He did go for the Glacial Augment on that Cassiopeia.
Other than Glacial, all the other runes, for once, seem pretty standard.
You're sensing a bit of tension between you and me? Maybe.
We'll see. There could be a hint as a possible return. XD. Nah, I'm just trolling. Permaban Bliss. Never again talk in Discord. I love that Nautilus line. That's one of my favorite lines. Either that one or the first time I heard it was I actually didn't know that Janice said this, but it's it was I forget what it was, but it was something along the lines of I do this for $2.95.
The prostitution joke. For only $2.99 a minute, I can blow you away, something like that.
No, I'll leave you breathless. Right. And I was like, oh my god! The first time I heard that, I was laughing so hard because I didn't realize she actually said that.
Yeah.
For only $2.95 a minute, I will leave you breathless.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know how that managed to make it into the game, to be honest.
Yeah, especially after the whole thing with Kaisa, all these other characters in the game, Misfortune, Sona, even Elise, it's they're all sexually made, and then it's like Kaisa comes out and like, oh, we're so sorry we made her look too sexual. It's like she doesn't even look
we
sexual.
gave her a V-neck. How dare we?
Like, she doesn't even look sexual compared to the other characters you've made in the game, so why are you even gonna apologize for that?
Yeah.
Like, Evelyn
It's a
looks
little silly,
way
but
more
level 2
sexual.
has been met. Donnie taking pretty darn low, taking a lot of damage. That is so much going down onto Donnie. Now, Soccer needs to be careful, too, as he's going to get a little bit locked up there.
Yeah, that was a crazy trade, but I suppose they're both willing to burn all their pots. So...
yeah.
Well, yeah, like, even compared to, like, Evelyn is probably, like, the most sexualized champion in the game.
I mean, thematically, she's supposed to be, though.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's like, people aren't gonna complain about her, but they're gonna complain about Kaisa.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Spam this fire to make DoV retire. What?
Isn't that, like, the old curse logo?
Yeah. That is exactly what it is, because believe it or not, Twitch used to run off the Curse client. Well, what was the Curse client?
Yeah.
And then they made their own servers, and then Amazon bought them. And now they're owned by Amazon.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Curse used to make a lot of stuff. I actually think they're still around. Curse, the Oregon General.
Yeah, they're still around, but Donnie gonna get hit by another hook. Trading good damage back, though, onto Faithful Fox.
Yeah, this time the trade definitely going in their favor. Nautilus, or Faithful, taking the stun by Tarek. And then also press the attack damage.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that one. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but not really.
Yeah.
Screw Battle Vex, I cast the Hex. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these copy pastas are like the worst thing ever.
The only one that's kind of good is to spam this fire to make DoV retire. That's the only one that's kind of good.
Yeah, that one's pretty decent. Crow's taking a pretty big chunk of damage. Doesn't have mana either.
Yeah, but to be fair, it seems to be his game.
I'm actually really surprised Doodle didn't step up for that, try to get a kill there, but a hook lands onto Soccer. He's going to start taking a lot of damage. The first stack of plasma has exploded. Now they're going forward onto Donnie as well, and just more aggressive bot lane trading going really into neither team's favor, but still pretty good.
Yeah, it seems to be a battle of the whoever's going to get first kill or some.
Yep, and another hook gonna go on to Donnie, but a nice dazzle is gonna stun them up. But Donnie gonna be able to flash away as Elise doesn't land the cocoon. Now he's going under the tower a little bit unwise, but here comes Zog and Rusty as well. But they're gonna back off.
His cocoon's decisions have been really weird the last couple ones that I've seen in the last few games. Like, they'll have somebody like fully targeted down, and there'll be somebody like caught out, and he'll go like for the person that got out instead of the person that's still there. I don't understand why he does that, because like Donnie flashed out and was already gone, and Lucian was stuck. I mean, he still had flash, but he was definitely in a worse spot than what Donnie was.
Yeah. And we're seeing a similar situation in this game to what we've seen before, where Doodle is just actually refusing to get proper backtimers off. Like, he's sticking around and getting a decent CS lead, but he just does not have a health advantage now, and so he can't actually bully the Scion, which means if there was to be a time where he could bully the Scion, he doesn't have the health anymore, so he has to seed up so much power, and it just gives over way too much in that area. But a cocoon does land onto Soccer. He doesn't have flash anymore, just used it. The hook does land, but a nice two-man dazzle.
Stun.
Are they able to go forward? No, the heal coming out from Donnie and Soccer going to be a little bit too strong, but that was a lot of time spent there by Bubble Boy.
Yeah, I don't understand why he sat there for so long. I mean, he not only saw that he was on a ward for like the first 30 seconds, But then even after the ward expired, he sat there for literally another almost minute to just waste his time, and now he's going to lose a lot of advantage that he had over the Zac. Zac now having pretty much almost 2 camps on him. So hopefully Zac is able to get that lead, while at least being the faster clear.
Guys, I don't think that's a pasta.
I just see your comment in the middle of all of that. You're like, guys, don't think of pizza rolls as pasta.
Unless by pasta they mean copy pasta, but you would assume it's supposed to be the pizza roll.
You guys are so bad at doing copy pastas. There's maybe been only 2 that I've ever seen come good from you guys. But come on now.
It literally says pizza roll. That's literally the name of that emote. Alright, well...
It's definitely not Rigatoni.
No, more bot lane action coming out as Doodle's going to start putting a little bit of hurt onto Crow.
Yeah,
Boy's here as well, but not going to be able to land it. And a nice charm from Ari. Now Crow needs to be careful. He's on the Miasma, so he can't flash away. And First Blood does go over to Business Trooper on the Cassiopeia. Faithful taking a little bit of a rough trade, but it does get some damage back on Adani. Pizza roll, the famous rigatoni, man. Obviously, not the famous pizza roll.
It's a pizza roll. Oh my god. Bless! God damn it.
Well, this game's definitely going pretty decently for Battlecast. Actually, 1,200 gold up right now, strictly off of CS leads, right? Almost a 30 CS lead for Doodle on the top, and 1 kill. Like, that 1 kill should not be worth, 1.2k. So they are just winning right now across the board in terms of CS, and just getting a lot better trades there, so...
See, that one's kind of good.
I like that one because then I can post it too, and it makes no sense.
My dad beats me, my mom beats me, my brother beats me, but at least I feel safe watching DoV because they can't beat anyone.
Right.
Which technically is a lie because they've beat BattleVex twice. So.
They've gotten 2 games already, man.
So you're kind of out of luck on that one.
They're gonna have to close it out, though, if they really want to say that they beat Battlecast. But Infernal Drake has been started. It's a little questionable. There is a teleport on the Gnar. He's going to start using it now. Cosmic Radiance is coming out. This could be a potentially a good fight as they're all invulnerable. The Culling not going to land onto too many people. Faithful Fox still in the middle, still almost full health. Now trying to run away as the Elastic Slingshot not going to go, but a Dazzle lands onto the Cassiopeia. And Doodle is in the backside, but there is the damage going back onto Zac, trying to get him into the Cell Division. Faithful barely is alive, as there's the first kill. Ari goes down, Cell Division for the Zac, and then Scion's just a little bit too deep. He's going to go down as well. They just need to respect the passive and pick up this kill onto Zac. Cocoon doesn't land, but they still found 2 kills for nothing and can potentially start up this Infernal Drake.
Yeah, after that fight started, it was a really nice engage, but then when Soccer ulted, his entire ult missed literally everybody.
Yeah. Oh no! He just got the kill with his W. And King D's super low too. He's going to fall down pretty much to this Dazzle. Donnie almost able to pick up the kill. Soccer's still full health, but Doodle's trying to go back in. Almost Mega again, trying to thwart them off of this team. And they do get the Infernal, but God, was that scary. Here comes the Scion. Does get the knock-up. See if he can couple it into another one. Doodle. No, he's still into the pit, but here comes the Dredge Line. Still falling down, though, to that Soul Furnace.
No, survive, Zac.
And Gnar actually managed to find the kill onto 2 people. Almost getting a triple kill.
That is very sad. Nara got the Triumph passive after killing Zac, gaining just enough health to save him from the press the attack proc that Lucian had, so then he just barely got that auto off before Soccer got out, and then instead of going in with his dash, he dashed out, so wasn't able to trade the kills, so ended up getting 2 kills before Zog came in and finished him off. However, it was shutdown gold on the Zog at least, so that's always nice, but
Yeah.
now Nara has got a pretty big lead over Cyan coming in with the Black Cleaver after that base.
Yeah, 12.5-minute Black Cleaver. He's going to be shredding Crow in this lane once he gets back up there. And they've got a pretty decent lead, Battlecast, now. You know, a couple thousand gold. They've got the Infernal Drake as well. And all they need to do is just not give over too much after this.
I'm a showing bias. What are you talking about, Astra? Technically, I've been against DoV this entire series. I'm more surprised they were able to bring it to 5 games to begin with. But here we are in Game 5.
Yep.
The only bias I showed is now that it is Game 5 is I really want them to actually win. Because that would be a big upset.
Yeah, that would be huge. That would basically turn all of playoffs on its head.
Yeah, because technically it shouldn't have even gone to 5 games against Battlevex.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that would be pretty big because we do dynamic seeding this season. So whoever the lowest seed coming out of quarters is who's going to be up against AMP, which means if DoV win this, instead of TPR going up against AMP, it's actually going to be DoV. That means TPR will have to take on Rockport. So that would be a pretty big change up here. Rusty Sweetbox, though, is in a little bit of trouble. Nice use of his ult to stop the Cocoon from stunning him and gets Faithful over the wall. Stuck. And they're doing a lot of damage to him. Might be able to pick up the kill. They do find it.
Yeah, he almost actually got out of that. But Zag finally able to get the last few ulti procs off of. Finishing him off. That's annoying. I actually thought he was out of that Cyan stun, but again, Cyan stun being pretty stupid.
Yeah.
One of the few abilities like the Blitz Hook that just slightly out of max range, it will still hit. You'll be looking for this Rift Herald.
Yeah,
but now Bubble Boy in a little bit of a sketchy spot. While they do know it's yeah, it's very risky while they are currently all split up. Very unfortunate that he didn't walk a little bit further forward for DoV to re-engage, but
yeah, dude, at
least they all did get out of there safe. And looks like the Rift Herald seems to have stopped.
Yep, Crow needs to be careful because he might get dove here. He does not have flash for a couple seconds. Nice jump in to stop the ult, and yeah, that's a pretty quick kill. Doodle's going to be able to walk out of there. Just needs to worry about the Zac. I don't think he's going to find himself getting engaged on, though.
No, and even still, I think they might still be able to save the tower here unless Doodle actually does just go for the tower.
Yeah, Elise really should have stuck around to help him shove in that wave to get the tower there.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't just go for that there. It looks like he is still going to try to go for it. I don't think Cyan will be up in time to really TP.
No, he doesn't even have TP.
Oh, yeah, it's down. I didn't realize.
Yeah, and he doesn't have ult either to get into lane. So this should be first tower going over to Doodle. Just a couple more auto attacks. He's going to tank a tower shot for it. Nope, not even. And so that is a very fed Gnar. Quite a stark contrast to what was going on in Game 2 when he played it. And he is going to go for more of that split pushing build again, it looks like, with the longsword. Though that could still go into Frozen Mount. I feel like at this point, with the way he's played the Gnar, and it's something he's done the whole season, he builds split push and then he plays team fight. And I think at this point, he just needs to go team fight and play team fight.
Yeah.
And Rift Herald has been picked up by Elise as well. That should help them, again, try and snowball this lead that they've got.
And which honestly would be better for them too, especially having the Lucian and Ahri. I mean, if he's able to survive Lucian's damage as well once he gets his HP Shred. I mean, that's basically all of DoV's damage is from the Lucian. Already has damage, but it's more I charm you and you die. Like, if I don't charm you, you're not really going to take much damage from me. Unless you're getting hit by Qs over and over again.
Yeah, mid lane, though, a flash out from the engage. 2 flashes used there.
Yeah, it looks like Ari tried to flash.
Oh, ooh, but the charm lands. Nice. It's going to be good zoning damage. Just to try and get Cass out of lane.
Looks like he tried to flash charm with Zac there, but didn't quite land.
Yeah. Yeah, Business Trooper just needs to be careful because he is pretty low.
Yeah, but now Vix starting up the Dragon. Said Baron. They got 2 pinks in the pit for some odd reason. Oh my god. They do that so fast.
Yeah. That's going to be pretty good for him, too. And for some reason, Scion's down here. I'm not sure why. This is giving so much more pressure over to the Gnar in the top side. He's already pushing up on here.
They're giving top away for free, and nobody's here to help him go in, so now he's literally just dying for this.
Yeah, they sent Ari top to try and stop the Gnar. And they are going to be able to stop this Rift Herald, luckily, because enough people showed up. But...
yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing. Like, that's another thing, too, that I've noticed that Crow doesn't seem to do too much. Like, while it is one thing to try to stop your lane, like, once you hit 6 as Scion, your biggest thing is, like Shen, you can use your ulti to a lane, and then TP back to your lane. So, like, as Scion, generally, especially if you want to force an advantage, you really want to look for, like, either mid or bot, at least after your first back, after hitting 6. Try to get something off with that, and then TP back to tower. Because it really helps. It's like basically another way, instead of just sending your jungler there all the time, you can look for a really good team play and possibly get towers off of it. But he really has not done that at all after playing Scion.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like... you can do a thing where you condition the enemy, right? You get 6, you ult back in the lane, right? They don't know where you're ulting. You show up in the lane. Like, okay, we get back in the lane. Next time you do it, they don't know again. They're like, oh, he's probably just ulting into lane. And then you can show up bot lane with it, something like that. Or you can go back to lane and just keep reaffirming this idea that you're just going to use it to get into lane, but never actually do. Mid lane, though, nice. Big engage on the Cassiopeia. He's going to have to use his stopwatch. Still under tower, though. He's in a lot of trouble, so he's going to go down, use his ult, trying to stall up the fight, but Donnie's able to barely get out. No, he's not. The hyperproc going to be able to find the last hit there. So just a 1-for-1, arguably in DoV's favor, as they got the mid laner. But they need to be a little bit careful here. They can't just recklessly go for engages, not without that damage source of theirs.
Yeah, the damage from King D is really insane, and he only has Stormrazor right now, so like, I can only imagine what it's going to be like if he does still plan on going for that Gwynsu's. Once he gets that Gwynsu's, he's really going to start hurting with those hyper procs.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty good for him.
It's interesting that they're scared with just these two here. I mean, I guess they don't have vision of like most of the other team, but they could at least still be brute forcing.
Yeah, I mean, it is a Mega Gnar, and he's actually going to go in, find his Zog. Oh my god, what was that damage? The mid laner's down already. The flash in, trying to stop the Scion from ulting out, but he's still going to fall down. The dot damage from Faithful's going to find him there. And now the rest of DoV are starting to run for the hills.
And that, I guess, is what they were scared of.
Yeah. Well, it's, yeah, Fednar. Gonna jump in, right? If he's Mega, you can try and dive them, but you're just all gonna get ulted into the wall. And they didn't even try diving, but they still got ulted back into the combo, and just so much damage coming out for them. This could potentially be a Baron attempt from Battlecast. DoV don't seem to have any idea that this is happening. All just recalling, maybe doing or thinking about it now, but no, they are just gonna give over this 21-minute Baron over to Battlecast, most likely. That is
there's nobody here to contest this, and it should go down before he gets there. If he goes now, there was an early smite too, so he might have actually been able to get there. But fortunately, just not there soon enough.
Yep. Razorblade has been finished for the Kai'Sa as well. Had no components for that to finishing it, I'm pretty sure, right there. So that's interesting to see. Gnar going to be pushing up onto here. Does get hit by the charm. Lots of damage coming out onto him, but he's about to go Mega. Might be able to turn onto Zog. If he chases too far, he's going to respect that. Gnar, though. Doodle recognizing he might have an opportunity here.
Yeah, but I think with the Baron minions there, it's kind of hard to be sneaky.
Yeah.
And there's nobody here, I swear.
You're right. I promise it's a glitch. It's lingering Baron minions. What they should do is once a minion catches the Baron buff, it should just keep it until it dies.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And then you just have your support stand at the Nexus and like hit all 3 waves at once.
Or even like if the minions don't see somebody there, like it doesn't activate until they see somebody there.
Yeah. It's like Ace. I swear there's not an ASOL in this bush.
Yeah, definitely not. But to be fair, that one was actually designed to be like that.
Oh no, and yeah, and it should totally work that way. You shouldn't walk up to a bush and just start taking damage from like circling stars that you can't see.
Yeah.
DoV, though, have found an opening, actually getting this top tower. This Battlecaster trying to split up the map. Doodle's in the bot side all by himself, so we'll get a good chunk down here.
Surprised they haven't done that with Nunu's ulti.
That one's different because it's a castable, right? It's not a passive.
Yeah, I guess.
And you can still notice that you're getting slowed, right?
Yeah, but you randomly just start getting slowed until you actually see that he's ulti.
Right, but geez, Crow already used his ult. He is taking so much damage from Doodle. He is so fed right now. The Dazzle's not going to land. He's just going to keep able to run. The passive for Zach has been popped. And they should be able to find the kill onto him as well. That is 2 dead. This bot lane tower should be close behind as they've still got the Baron and Doodle putting this game on his back right now. Does get hit by the charm and the Dazzle. He's getting pretty low. Is he going to be able to hop out? No, he's not. Shutdown gold into Zog's hands.
Yeah, really nice flash charm. Actually finally landing, and at least this time finally picking them up instead of him getting out. So he didn't have flash. I'm burning it way earlier. So his only escape would have been the bounce off a minion, but luckily for them, they all have dashes to really kind of catch him out. So
yeah,
this Kai'Sa damage is starting to get a little bit silly.
Yeah, it is. And there goes Donnie. Doesn't even get to cast his ult. And the Glacial Augment Cassiopeia slowing everybody up. They're going to try and chase forward. No, never mind. They're not. They just burned everything for nothing. But still looking to maybe go for this wave.
Glacial Augment cast, when she lands in miasma like that, I can see why it's actually fucking stupid.
I mean, the miasma doesn't make the slow ray, right? They've already got the slow ray.
I know.
And slows are multiplicative, so it's like the more you slow, like the less effective it is. So like the miasma on top of the ice ray, so it's just like, well, I'm already pretty much like not moving. But it can definitely be decent. It's good for team fighting, but I still think traditional cast has more upsides to it.
It's still better. Oh, they changed Baron icon. I never noticed that. On the spectate reel. It looks like a little monster. Kai'Sa is now glitched out in the bush.
Yeah, Donnie's about to die. Gets hit by the cocoon. So much damage. They were waiting a while for that one, but it did pay off.
Unfortunately, Donnie did not get there soon enough to see Kai'Sa get forced out, so...
Yeah.
Walking into a death trap. It is nice to see people do that, too, because that's another thing, too. You don't really see too many teams with advantages to actually take, or just picks in the bush to enforce your advantage.
Right.
Most teams just try to brute force things down and make really silly mistakes instead of just going for picks, too, if you really want to try to look for something.
Yeah, and look at the respect right now that DoV are having to give Doodle, sending 3 people up top. They're going to find a pick onto Faithful because, you know, split push Nautilus, pretty easy to catch out.
Yeah, especially when he's not going split push Nautilus items and for some reason getting a dead man's.
Yeah. I don't know why. Dead man just should never be built. At no point is Dead Man's better than any item in the game.
Yeah. Or for that matter, like anything like a Righteous Glory.
Right. You want movement speed? Righteous Glory. Oh, you don't have mana, so that's not applicable. Then buy something else, right? Like buy some. Maybe you don't actually need the movement speed. Get a different stat.
To be honest, I'm actually more surprised that they still haven't taken Dead Man's out, because there's like I don't think anybody like builds that item ever anymore.
The item is
like
just supposed.
Or even what's that tower dive item that's still in the game?
We don't talk about that item.
Oh yeah, Omewrecker.
Omewrecker, yeah. Hey, that's pasta. That is pasta.
Omewrecker is useful. Make it useful.
Why didn't you guys use that one for the earlier pasta meme?
Help Omewrecker be useful. Spam this ham. The pasta spam. What?
What? Feed ham the pasta spam to increase the pasta. I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
At least it's actual pasta, not a freaking pizza roll. But Faithful again, what are you doing, dude? Come on, your team has such a lead. This is not helping out as all as Doodle was able to successfully slow that up. Flashes forward, trying to find a kill. The Hyperprock's going to give him the move speed, but Crow's going to flash over the wall. But the Boomerang still lands the slow. Coming in strong. We'll see if he can chase that any farther, but...
He's still going for it. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch him, so...
No, but Zag looking like he wants to do something,
but
but King D just runs straight in the bush. He's going to get hit by the charm. He goes down. DoV wants to take this fight now if they can. So you got to play around the vision just a little bit better. Use the Spoopy Ghosts for vision if you need to. This gives DoV a chance at looking for Baron. So they're going to find their way onto Zog. Lots of damage coming out onto him, but it actually turns around onto Bubble Boy. He goes down. DoV with the pick onto the jungler. Turning straight towards this Baron buff right now.
Yeah, probably the only thing that makes sense about this cast build is maybe the Spooky Ghost, but everything else you would still go standard damage. Like, Spooky Ghost is the only thing I can see it being kind of good. Just because it gives cast that chase potential.
Yeah. The problem right now is DoV are not taking this Baron very fast, and Doodle is split pushing. He just started onto the tower, but this Baron is not going to be taken anytime soon. Zog's going to try and flash in, but he does go down, and these health bars are burning it pretty low, but there goes the cast. They've stopped the Baron, though. It's regened all of its health, and Doodle just took that tower. He's going to be going onto that inhib as well, and Faithful Fox probably going to die for the third time, but he's still doing a hell of a job, and King D has gotten in with the Killer Instincts, wants to start turning it around onto Donnie. Is he able to get off any more damage? Rest of Squeezebox trying to jump in, but he still goes down. Now Doodle in a 1v1 versus Soccer. How much damage can get it off? He gets the kill by himself, and he can keep going. There's still 3 people here. Zog is dead for another 20 seconds. What more can Doodle do as the rest of DoV are slowly getting chased down by Battlecast? I think this might potentially be Doodle with the backdoor win. We're going to move the camera over there to watch him. Zog is up in 8. I don't think Doodle can actually end this, but that is one hell of a power play from Doodle right now to set his team up to start taking this game.
Yeah, when Lucian was trying to go for the kill there, he tried ulting Doodle to win the 1v1, but somehow all those minions just blocked everything that his ult did, so only maybe 2 shots landed on the Nalar, and he was not able to get the kill, and just barely losing that fight. Getting an inhib and 2 towers for that.
2 towers, they got mid tower, they just got top tower, right? That it was just like, wow, DoV's only 3k behind, they can get Baron. They're 14,000 gold down now. In a minute. They just dropped 10k down.
And now he's got a GA. He is a big man.
Yeah.
And that Vex getting the scuttle. So next Baron will not be for free. Not that this one was for free either, but it possibly could have been. But now they're actually going to get 4 dragons too.
Yeah.
So now they could look for an elder.
If it goes that late, I mean, the base is in shambles right now. They can just send Doodle pretty much wherever they want. But they do need to reset, not give over this Baron area.
It was a little awkward, like Elise or Nahus couldn't decide which one wanted to kill the ward.
Yeah.
This dude's burning through his Oracle's timer. It is nice, though, to see both supports and both junglers on both sides have Oracles. And they are just burning through this dragon so fast.
Yeah, this Baron
just...
stands no chance between a Gnar and a Kai'Sa. It is just dead. They're going to reset. And hopefully Doodle slows his push and doesn't go too hard on it because this whole team is recalling. But yeah, that is just... This is looking very hard for DoV right now. Now 16k down.
Yeah, and if they actually did have vision with that pink there, of them going to the Baron, I'm more surprised that Rusty didn't go there sooner. I mean, I understand he's a level down, but...
He's 3 levels down.
Yeah, at this point, you should still at least try to contest it.
Right, you're gonna have a very hard time actually defending against all these Baron minions and that bot wave pushing in, right? Because if you let that bot wave push, it's gonna take that last Nexus tower, which is already low on health.
Yeah.
And mid lane inhib tower is down, so they can push up on that and threaten that area.
It's pretty much at this point gonna come down to who wins a team fight. Because if DoV does manage to win the team fight, they do still have a chance at stalling out the game.
Right.
But if Vex wins, then they pretty much just win the game.
Yeah. The hard part is that even if DoV win a fight, their base is in such bad shape that they can't even get anything like off of a fight, right? Maybe a tower. Maybe they can get their second tower of the game.
They could possibly look for Elder. If there's not too many minions in their base and the timers are long enough,
yeah,
they can possibly look for an Elder Dragon.
It's not going to spawn anytime soon as Crow's trying to run away. Uses the Stone Plate to try and tank up as here comes Zogs, but he just gets by the Petrifying Gaze. He's going to go down. Everybody flashes out of the Scion. He goes way too far. He's still going. He seems to have given up on this fight. Now Soccer's getting ran down by the rest of Battlecast. They get the sweep onto Donnie. He's going to go pretty low, and King D's going to start trying to find a kill onto Soccer. He's going to go down. Donnie is trying to run as well. And the Let's Bounce into the fountain. How many can it kill? Nobody! The laser only does its first initial hit. And they're going to start threatening DoV. DoV have no damage. That is going to be Battlecast in game 5. There was no Silver Scrapes. We didn't need it. Battlecast take the set. Doodle carried the crap out of this game.
Yeah, Doodle's Gnar getting so fed that early. And then especially after that mid lane engage, just really bringing the entire DoV team into that tier 1 tower and just instantly killing Zog while 2 of them still got out. I think after that it pretty much was just a face roll for Doodle.
Yeah.
And he was just like really able to carry the game. Which is nice also too to finally see him pop off the Gnar because while he has been definitely one of the more aggressive Gnar picks, you really have yet to see him pop off on it.
Yeah, not to that level. That's something we haven't seen him get to do too much with the Gnar is actually just take over the game. And he actually played it right this time where he built split push and he split push, right? He committed to his build style, and I think that was the biggest difference here, besides the fact that they had an okay lead to begin with. But yeah, I mean, Battlecast take the set. DoV have now lost every 5-game set that they've played, which is a shame. But Battlecast with the win here. Pretty good. I mean, quick shout-outs, though, to DoV. They put up a hell of a good set, right? No one expected them to take Battlecast to five games, I think, right? 6th seed coming in. Barely made it by the skin of their teeth, but they...
Yeah, at least they did take them to 5 games, which is still nice to see.
Yeah.
So they were still able to at least, like you said, put up a fight against possibly the new top team.
Before this, I was going to say looking like one of the favorites. This is either DoV really stepped it up or Battlecast just played like crap. I think it was a little bit of a mix of two.
I would say it's a mix of both. Because DoV did have their full roster for all these games, and they did actually have their full roster this time. So I feel like whenever they do have their full roster, like if they actually did have their full roster for most of the season, I feel like they probably would have been a much better team.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that is
unfortunately being stricken with pretty much nothing but subs and never a full team.
Yeah, Davies' season was definitely rough, but very good job. I have not seen that name in a long time. Hello, Chad is back. What's up, dude?
But
But
he's alive.
he's alive. But yeah, Battlecast winning it. They're going into the semis. At least the bet.
I didn't think Chad actually lived. I feel like the last time we saw him was when he said he wanted to become a mod and like help out DoV or like help out 3-0 and then just died. Never came back.
Yeah. But all right, so this game I don't think we even need to talk about it. Doodle MVP for game 5. What do we want to do for set MVP though?
That one's really hard. We had who did we all have for on the side Battlecast?
We did Business Trooper, Andy, and Doodle.
Yeah, because Andy's not in here. I guess we could say Business Trooper is the only one that I really see that probably played consistent throughout all 3 of the games.
I mean, so here's the thing though, Doodle in game 1 on that Cho'Gath was freaking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he was a monster.
Right, he popped off in game 1. He was almost as good as Business Trooper that game. This game he hard carried solo. I don't even remember what happened in game 3.
Game 3.
Oh, the Poppy. He did okay on the Poppy. He did pretty decent on the Poppy. I'm thinking Doodle for set MVP personally, because I think all of his games where he didn't win MVP, he was doing better than the people that were winning MVPs in their games, right?
Yeah, and he still was pretty solid like throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
So despite really not having any game time on Poppy, still being able to play that matchup, and then on top of that, like you said, with that Cho'Gath really playing well on the show. Popping off, coming out with, I believe, 14 stacks, towards the end. And then with this Snarg game, just really destroying all game.
Yep. I'm seeing if he wants to come in right now. He didn't say yes, but he did a smiley face, and I assumed that to be the same thing. So we'll move him in. Hello, Doodle.
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. How's it going, sir?
I'm doing excellent after a hard-fought victory.
Hard-fought indeed. Took those scrubs and put them on your back in this game.
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was a long set. I mean, what was your guys' thoughts coming into the set before anything started? Did you think it was going to be a 3-0? What was the idea?
So, I mean, realistically, we did assume we were just gonna come in and 3-0 and it's gonna be 3 easy games just because in scrims we did really well recently. But they came out and they played a lot better than we thought they would, so they gave us a nice series.
For sure. It was definitely a pretty good one. Well, I believe this is this your first?
This is my first set MVP of the season.
It is.
Feels good.
Feels good. You've had a little bit of a rough season. Despite getting second top, it still hasn't. I feel like this season was a little bit more rough for you than it was last season as a whole. Would you agree?
Yeah, and well, I mean, it has to do with the fact that I suck at choosing my own champions and stuff. And if I choose my own champion, then I'm gonna lose because I'm bad. But if other people choose my champion, I feel like I do better. So Neon just kind of runs our draft phase and tells me what to play, and I get relegated to a pool of 5 champions. But it's cool. I see you guys BMing me out here, but I will have you know that I am level 7 with Fiora, by the way. All right, I play everyone. So you guys hear that? All you people listening to this, I play everyone, and you should ban them all.
So in the next,
or else I'll feed with them.
See, that's what I thought. I swear you've at least had one Fiora game.
You haven't played Fiora yet this season, have you?
No, I haven't. I've played nothing but Darius, Cho, Gnar, and Poppy and Shen.
Right.
Those are the only champs I've played in the league.
I mean, it's good. It's good to have a small pool.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly have no problem with it. I just like to mess around. You know what I mean?
It's nice though to see
Battle
that
Vex
there is
guys.
like other strong top laners out there. Because despite what you say, like compared to most top laners, I will say you are still up there in
I
terms of top lane
appreciate that.
picks.
I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to hopefully having to go up against Spoder against in the.
That would.
I guess it would be the finals,
Please,
right?
finals.
please win against him.
But-
All right.
I really
The thing
want
is,
No
like
favorites,
last
DJ.
time, when we played against them last time was when I was lagging really bad.
Oh, was that the amazing
Yeah,
one stack
yeah.
Darius ulting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to have a good game out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't leave off with that.
Yeah, we've got a good number of like top lane memes. We've got the incredible level 3 tower diving Camille.
Oh, I remember
We've got
that
the
one. That
abyssal
was hilarious.
Mascarin. We've got the level or the one stack ulting Darius. We've got a lot of good memes out of the top lane this season.
I'm glad I could provide for you guys in the best way I can.
Yeah, you're doing
I
your
still
civic
think the
duty.
best one is Abyssal Mascara.
It's the one that's held up the longest for sure. But yeah, I mean, pretty good job. It was pretty hard fought. You guys struggled here and there. How are you guys feeling up against kind of Rockport next week, especially like struggling this week this much? How do you think next week is gonna go when you face Rockport?
I mean, like I said earlier, DoV stepped their game up a lot, but this week we also we played like shit in a couple of those games in all reality. So hopefully we'll just be able to step that up and not have as many screw ups and just let them snowball the game over us. And the same goes for Rockport. As long as we play our game and we don't int, then we'll be all right, I think.
That's fair. That is pretty fair.
Which stated is pretty much kind of like what we thought. Like DoV also stepped up, and at the same time, you guys played like crap.
Yeah.
It's a mix of
compared to what we're used to.
Yeah, no, I definitely had my bad couple games. Trooper had his bad couple games.
Honestly, like out of all the players,
I'd
say like you and King D were like the only ones that were noticeably still decent. The one that definitely I think tanked was Trooper though. Like some of his decisions is like.
Yeah, you know what it was? I think it's that arcane comet on the Lissandra. And I think if he just went Aftershock instead, he wouldn't be so stupid in the head sometimes.
Thank you. That is one more question.
I mean, his argument is he's right. It doesn't do as much damage. So
Aftershock does damage.
We got to go for full damage.
Aftershock does damage. It just only does damage when you're on their face, which technically is Lissandra.
Which Liss does. I see no problem here.
I don't know the argument for it. I just know Trooper likes to do big damage.
Big deeps. Well, I mean, you're sitting on a team with two of the first place MVPs in their roles, Trooper and King D. So, are they tooting their horns at all?
Huh?
Are they tooting their horns at all? Are you trying to show them up as much as you can?
I'm trying to stick up there with them, because I feel like I get overshadowed by how excellent they are at this game. So I gotta show that I'm not bad, you know what I mean?
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the interview here. I'm running out of things to say because I'm bad at thinking after a 5-game set.
You don't like talking to me? That's fine, dude. I don't want to talk to you anyways.
No. Yeah, technically we didn't want to talk to you in the first place, but we were forced to pick you.
I'm sure you wanted to talk to King D or Trooper, the standard.
Technically we wanted to talk to Andy, but you guys don't ever play him every game, so we always have to decide between the faithful.
That's because with our team, we have two of the best supports, two of the best AD carries, even though Neon doesn't have a computer because it exploded or something, but. Yeah, our team has a lot of depth, which especially with Andy and Fox, we were able to bring Andy in, and once they started banning his two best champions, they're taking off Thresh and Bard. That's when we were just able to bring Fox back in and change our game plan again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, man. Congrats on the win. It's pretty hard fought, but I'm sure you guys are gonna go have some drinks or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what it is, but it'll be something.
I'll let you get out of here.
And adrenaline, an excellent jungler. Yeah, I should throw that out there as well. We also have the 2 best junglers. Yeah.
Totally. All right.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Yep. Talk to you later, Doodle. Congrats again. Adios.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Everyone have a great day.
Yep.
Remember, you are loved.
Good to know.
Are we though?
That's to Ed.
Are we? Did you move him out or did he leave?
No, I moved him out.
You moved him out like
the conversation was never gonna end. He just won't.
I'm still talking.
He won't stop talking. I gotta end it on my own accord. Guys, I opened up.
Everybody's like he was still talking.
That's a shame. Mate, that was the issue.
You hate me. Why do you hate me? I was the one that wanted him to stay. Why does everybody hate me? What did I do? I need to know.
All right, guys. Well, this skin giveaway has been open for 10 minutes and nobody's bought a single dang ticket.
Not one? Oh, that's
Not
right.
one person has bought a ticket.
Right.
It's fine. I've got to buy some RP real quick.
Yeah, bankrupt. Very happy bliss. I went all in and lost everything. Oh, there we go. Now everybody's buying tickets. Tasty.
What should I do for dinner?
I don't know. I don't really know what you like because a lot of the stuff that I bring up, you generally then end up saying I don't like that. So
That's fair. I don't like anything, so.
like I've brought up Taco Bell. I don't really like Taco Bell. I think I've brought up I think the only thing that I think you've liked is pizza.
I could go for some pizza. That sounds pretty good.
Hey guys, Silver Scrapes is on again. I don't know if you can hear it.
No, I cannot.
Oh, it's too far away now. But it was in the background.
Alright, guys, keep buying them tickets. Of course, Prism showed up just to buy some tickets. Hasn't said a word this whole time.
No, he was there. He was around for a little bit.
Was he?
He was mostly around at the start, and then I think after game 3, he kind of died. Oh, here's Silver Scrapes. It's
hey,
down.
There's Silver Scrapes for you guys. Woo!
Yeah, now it's gone again.
Yep.
I feel like an ambulance emote would be great for us. Not only for Silver Scrapes, but also just because if I ever keep casting, there's just constant ambulances and stuff going down my road.
I'm gonna put the ambulance on my DHA soundboard when I make that.
If that ever actually is a thing, I might be a little bit,
Oh, guys, by the way, you can buy 30 tickets today. So all you sitting at 25 can buy 5 more.
What are we supposed to see in Discord?
I don't know.
There's nothing in Discord. I see Danny McCarthy. What is this? Oh, Silver Scrapes. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna close this at 13:30. You guys got 30 seconds to buy some tickets. All right.
What the fuck did you post? Sorry, did you post in memes, Spooter?
He said he wrote a song. What are the
Wrote
odds
a
of winning? However many tickets you have compared to how many tickets everyone else has. So for you, it would be 30 divided by 274.
Did you see what's in memes?
I saw it. I didn't read through it. I'll read through it in a bit. All right, let's go ahead and draw us a winner. Who's going to win today? It's Spoder one. And Spoder's been watching the whole day, too, so that's good. He's been rewarded.
Yeah, he has been here the whole time.
That's a really good skin. And it's a really good champion that you should be learning to play anyways.
What did he get?
Noxus Poppy.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It is a very good skin.
Well, congrats on winning a skin there, Spoder. You definitely earned it. You watched all day. You won a skin. So that's pretty good for you. That is pretty much going to conclude the day. I'm going to turn off and go eat and go have some fun.
3-0 sucks. I hope you guys don't know that. You guys are all haters. Except for Ham. Ham's not a hater.
About what?
Because everybody hates me. Unless you hate me and I don't know about it.
No comment. I played the 5th.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, guys, we'll talk to you next week. I think the first set next week should be the Battlecast versus Rockport set. That'll be Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, so make sure to tune in for that. But until then, yeah, we'll see you later. Adios.